Welcome to part 10, guys. Right, okay, if we jump straight into... Right, here's our login page. Right, okay, I haven't updated anything recently. Send everything up to the server. There we go. There we go, that's better. Right, okay. What you're going to have to do now is go into your version of PHP MyAdmin or however you're creating your database. We should call this... What do we call the... CFA tutorial website. Okay. Alright, so let's make our first table. Call it CFA admin. Gonna need, just think now. Give it simple for now, or simple-ish. Let's create 6 columns. Right, the first one is, as always, normally, is going to be the ID. And the second one we will call, well, we'll call that username. Varchar of 30. Right, we're gonna, for now, we're gonna do the password as a varchar. Later on, we'll change this to MD5 hashing. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. But just for now, let's get the functionality working, which is generally what I do when I create websites. I get the functionality and the core and everything working, then I go back and tidy everything up. Okay, so admin password, admin first name, admin last name. And what we can do here is do an admin last logged date. And this is something that we don't have to worry about for now, but later on I'll tell you why I do that. Okay, there it is, CFA admin. If we go into here now, what we need to do is insert a couple of records. I'll just keep it as password for now. And just for now, just put in today's date. What we can do is chuck in 2 people, because what we can do later on is show you different permissions. So we can give one user access to everything and a different user access to maybe just one part of it. And that's the other user. I'll put in my friend's name, Craig Rigdon. I believe we'll be watching these tutorials also because he wants to learn a bit more PHP. Okay, now if we browse, IDs, computer first aid CFA, password Aid Mitchell, that's myself, and Craig Rigdon. Right, okay. 4 minutes in. Right, okay. Okay, right, the next thing to do, guys, is we need to jump straight back to Dreamweaver or Notepad++ or whatever you're using. Close all these down. Right, we now need to open a new PHP page because now we've got to create a connection file. So, clear that out, PHP. Just one sec, guys. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Right, I'm back. Okay, let's start creating our variables. So we need database host. Oop. database with the username. So, more fingers and thumbs today, guys. I do apologise. Okay, I'll fill those variables out in a second. Let's carry on with the code. MySQL connect. Right, we're going to put the variables we need in there in a second. But if we put in a die statement, right, I don't know why that's still split. Right, okay. Let's make sure if it doesn't connect to the database, it throws us out the error. To see what's gone on. Okay, so MySQL error. Okay, the reason I've concatenated that on is because I like to know, because they can just throw you out on that MySQL error, and sometimes it's just a load of gobbledygook unless you really sit down and pinpoint each character and what they're trying to go on about. So I kind of section it down in my own way as well. So I add my own little messages in, which you don't have to, it's just something I like to do. I'm going to use this one saying cannot connect to MySQL. Okay, let's throw variables in there that we need. We need the host. We need the username. And the password. Okay. Now we need to select the database. So MySQL select database. We'll put that in there in a minute. But again, let's put the or die statement in. MySQL error, just in case. And in this section, obviously no such database. And then obviously this one will be database name. Okay, guys. Right, doing the connection here, a lot's going to depend on who you hosting with. Are you local hosting? Are you using XAMPP or many things? Generally, it's going to be localhost. And there's my phone yet again. What's that, guys? Okay, guys, sorry about that. Yet again, it's seems to be a very hot line today. Right, okay. Where will we? Localhost, yes. Okay, then you're gonna need to put in the username for. In this instance, like I said, we're using MySQL. Beg your pardon, not MySQL. PHPMyAdmin. Now my username is root. You put your password in there. Obviously, I can't show you that because it's a live server. And your database name, which I believe we made, was CFA tutorial website. Is that right? Yes. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is. Right, okay, guys. Well, that is the connection that we need. So we need to save this out. Probably not in the admin folder. I'll probably put it in the core. I'll call it connect.php. Okay, guys. Right, it's coming up 10 minutes on this one. So in part 11. We will go into creating the session page and the index page, and getting it to work, getting the login to work. Okay, guys, I shall see you in part 11.